We are on 7 days of 9 days of fasting, and I'm here to let you know what the process looks like, what the process feels like, so you can have um, a first person perspective in view of fasting. I know a lot of us out there are interested in fasting. I know a lot of us out there may have heard of fasting, or maybe you're fasting yourself and you want to know what it really looks like and what it really feels like. Okay. So I've been vlogging the last 8 days, okay, to let you know exactly what fasting is. Okay. And I've also been speaking and teaching on fasting for over 10 years now. Okay. So you can also click the playlist that I have for you on YouTube, okay? And you can get updated on fasting information, okay? But feel free to just research on your own, okay? Research more on fasting, and you'll find that there are a lot of consistencies across the fasting universe, okay? Some of these consistencies will lead you to certain words like um, autophagy, okay? Um, this is when the body goes in a cellular repairing, okay? Which is important, something you can only get from fasting. Okay, it's certain things that only your body can do. Okay. Um, this is why Western medicine may tell you that certain things are uncurable, and they aren't lying. Certain things is uncurable with the tools that Western medicine has. Okay, certain things must only be eradicated by yourself and by your own body. Okay, so yes, through autophagy, you can repair damaged cells, okay, eradicate certain proteins that aren't serving the body, get rid of certain junk within your body, okay. Um, as mentioned, this is only done through autophagy. It's not a lot of medicines you can take to put the body in this state. This is something the body has to do. Meaning, it's not too many things you can take to eradicate certain things from your body. It takes for your body to do this for itself. Okay? Because your body is dealing with itself. Okay? And this is important, right? Other words you may come across is ketosis, which is also important. This happens a few days into your fast, okay? Your body goes into ketosis where it starts to use fat for energy, okay? Um, your growth hormones will increase, right? Which is important because as you age, you start producing less of this growth hormone. Why? Because you're not growing, okay? So learning how to produce this growth hormone on your own, okay, reactivate it within your body is imperative, right? Um, Ketosis, as your body begins to burn fat. This is important for those of us that's trying to lose weight, okay? Some people are trying to lose weight, or maybe you're trying to lose fat, right? You'll begin to see this a few days within your fasting that your body will begin picking up on energy because it is using its stored fat. You store fat, okay? So yes, this happens about 3 to 4 days into your fast. I'm about several days into a fast, okay? So my experience may be a little different. Now, mind you, just fasting for 24 hours is good enough, right? I recommend anybody that's just beginning to fast to baby steps. Start with 12 hours, go into 16 hours, work your way up to 18 hours, and then 24 hours. Okay, baby step your way into fasting so you're not shocking your body. Okay, when your body is shocked, it can act rather dramatic. Okay, insulin levels can drop, blood sugar levels can drop, your blood pressure can drop. Okay, you may feel dizziness, you may feel, okay, um muscle aches, fatigue. You may go through a lot of these, okay. So this is why you should gradually increase your durations of your fast as you go on. Okay. Um, at this point, I can do up to about 21 days over fasting. Okay. I like to, instead of doing, some years I may do an entire 21-day plus fast, or right, I'll scale it from 18, right, 18 plus days. I'll split my fast up by monthly. See, I fast monthly. Okay. Do I recommend you fast monthly? No. You may not need to fast monthly, right? I fast monthly because this comes from fasting weekly. I used to fast every Friday. Friday is still a fasting day, to where as though a day that I withhold food, right? I like to clean my gut up, clean my mind up, clean my body up, okay? But nevertheless, since I fast monthly, right? This has all been me gearing my body up to being able to fast about 30 days twice in a year. Okay. And pretty soon I'll be able to do maybe 36 to 40 days once a year. Okay. That's for deep cellular cleansing, deep cellular repair. So I'm at about 7 days, right? My body is adjusted. Yes, it takes time for your body to adjust. So give your body time to adjust. Okay. No matter how long your fast is, give your body time to adjust. Okay. Fasting is serious business as it pertains to your mind and your body. Okay. So give your body time to adjust. Your mind can adjust easier to not having food than it can to having too much food in your body. I'm going to say that again. Your body and your mind can adjust easier to not having food than it can to having too much food. When you have too much food, chronic diseases arise, heart diseases, right? Liver diseases, cancers. All of this come from overeating and eating too much. So your body hasn't adjusted to eating so much. But when you don't eat as much, you can adjust easier, because there were a lot of times in human history where humans didn't have adequate food sources. Okay, there were many famines, many famines. And also, you got to understand, humans didn't need to eat 3 to 5 times a day, still don't need to eat this, right? But human beings never ate as much as we ate today. So it is easier for us to adjust to not eating than it is for us to eating. You have fail safes, okay, within your biochemistry, okay, within your physiology. You have fail safe within your body to help you adjust. And once your body knows that it's adjusting, it has all the different systems within it, like fat storages, okay? It has all the different systems within it to help you navigate through your fast, okay? Um, as I'm coming to an end of my fast, I also want to speak on breaking of the fast, right? When should you break your fast and how should you break your fast, right? As mentioned, it's good to set a time, right? Set a duration for yourself if you fasting. Tell your body, tell your mind how long we're going to be fasting. This helps. But also, it's good to also stop the fast when the fast feels like it's too much. You don't have to fast for any duration. This is all up to your discretion. Okay? So when you feel like you've gained, when you feel like you've met your goals, because everyone is fasting for different reasons. Some people are fasting for wellness, health, regeneration. Some people have chronic illnesses and are fasting to eradicate these. Some people are fasting for weight. Some people are fasting for willpower. Some people are just fasting for longevity. Okay, so there are different reasons to be fasting. Okay, and what I'm saying is this is no competition with anyone. This is no competition. Okay, um, this is no competition. So you can stop the fast whenever you need to. I like to remind people that. So um you aren't convincing yourself that you got to be, headstrong and going through this fast, right? And doing things that your body can't take. That's not fair. Okay. So yeah, stopping your fast, preferably at the allotted times, but more importantly, when you need to stop. Okay. Stopping the fast when you need to stop. Um, and then breaking the fast, eating. Let's slide into eating. Okay. You may start with a few meals over the course of maybe 6 hours in your feeding window, maybe 8 hours within your feeding window. You may start with some micro meals. Okay. You may start with some micro meals. This helps, right? Um, be careful not to binge eat. Okay. A lot of you who are already eating good. Okay. Be careful not to binge eat. You can binge eat. You can be thinking of all your greatest snacks, all your greatest food, and thinking of how much of this you're going to eat and how much of that you're going to eat. You just think about eating. And it starts by you wanting one thing, okay? And then you saying, you know what, I'm going to have these three things. And then before you know it, you're eating six things, and three of them you may not need to be eating at all. So use this time to clean up your diet and be mindful of binge eating. Okay. No, we're not going to go pick up on so many carbs. No, we're not going to go pick up, right, on so many sugars. We're not going to pick these things back up. We're going to utilize this time, this fasting time, to remove these things from our diet altogether. Okay. This is a great time to remove things out of your diet. If you are suffering from any addictions, this is the perfect time to remove things from your diet. Okay, you don't need to consume any tobaccos, you don't need to consume any intoxicants, any poisonings to your blood. You don't need to do any of these things if they weren't to your benefit. Okay, I'm not here to tell people what they should or shouldn't do, but if you've seen it coming to uh, bringing you to a detriment, okay, now's the time to eradicate these things from your diet. Okay, so choose wisely the things that you put back in your body. That's all we're saying, and go slow. Eat nutrient rich things, um moreover than calorie dense things. Nutrient rich moreover than calorie dense things. You'll get full, and you'll get full faster because your stomach has began to shrink, and it's okay. Okay, so we're not focused so much on calorie dense things. We can start bulking on the calories, right, a few days, maybe on the second day of breaking our fast. Okay, ease into breaking your fast. Ease right into it. Okay, and you'll do wonders. Okay. Nevertheless, don't hesitate to ask for help. I also want to say that don't hesitate to ask for help. Okay. Um, a lot of people go on these long fasting journeys and they don't ask for help. Ask for help. If you need help, help getting water, help getting food for the breaking of your fast, help maybe doing household chores, okay? Just help in general, maybe even help in your social life because your social life changes during a fast. Your social life changes during a fast. Okay. No, you can't go see as many friends as you normally see, have as many conversations as you normally have. Your social life changes. Okay. So sometimes you need help with this. Okay. And if this is your first time, allow, allow, allow this time to be preparation for the next time, right? Give people time to prepare. Tell them in advance that you'll be fasting. Tell your friends, tell your family members, tell yourself, Write it on a calendar. I'll be fasting at this time and give as much notice as you can. Okay. And then you'll receive as much help as you can. Okay. Um, if at any point you feel like you need a doctor, don't hesitate to dial 911. Don't hesitate to Uber yourself into a hospital. Okay. Um, we want to be doing the safest things that we can do for our body. Okay. This isn't a tough it out type of ordeal, although some days may be challenging. If you feel your body shaking, if you feel your body unable to get up, if you feel your body unable to do the simplest tasks like take a walk, wash or bathe yourself, which will indeed get challenging, okay, ask for help. No matter how you do it, ask for help. I'm going to share a little bit on my experience. In these 7 days, I've experienced everything. Um, what I like best, I'm going to share what I like best. What I like best about fasting is my dreams. My dreams be so profound. I'm already a profound dreamer. I dream, right? And when you have a sober mind, you dream already, right? One of the first things you notice that goes when you start consuming intoxicants is your dreams, right? You stop dreaming so colorfully, so vividly. Okay, so I'm already a good dreamer. I dream in full color, right? um but yes, your dreams become quite unique, quite interesting. Okay. um And yeah, so that's one of the things I like. I like that I don't really have scary dreams. I never really had those. So I have real nice, enjoyable, realistic dreams, right? That's one of my favorite parts. Um, the mental clarity and focus I also like, right? Um, the increasing of my willpower increases my confidence, so I like that as well. I like when I come to the points where I feel like I really want to eat. I'd be like, you know what? I don't know about this. You know what? I like those moments because those moments I get to meet myself. Okay. And if you've come to those moments, that's perfectly normal. You're supposed to go through those moments. That's your mind talking to your body. Okay. Um, if you come to the moments you talking to yourself about asking yourself, do I really need to do all of these days? Do I really need to do this? That's perfectly normal, right? A great way to gauge how long you should be fasting is do it by the hours, right? 4 days is 100 hours. Um, 8 days is roughly a little less than 200, right? I believe that's 96, right? And 9 days is 220. Right. So do it by the hours, right? You'll feel better that way versus just trying to beat yourself up about how many days you're going to do. Tell yourself, you know what, 100 hours I'm good. 130 hours I'm great. Right. At least I did 180 hours. Gauge it by the hours and you'll feel better. And remember, you can end your fast at any given time. Okay. Um, also, be kind to yourself. Yeah, be kind to yourself. That's important. Being kind to yourself, right? Through my experience, um, I've had times in previous fasts where I wasn't so kind to myself. It was like a punishing. Like I was punishing myself, right? I remember when I first transitioned into the plant-based lifestyle over a decade ago. I remember fasting and telling myself every time I felt hunger pains, no, this is what you get. Yeah, this is what you have to go through. This is what you get. Yep, you deserve it. Yep, you put your body through this type of pain. Don't punish yourself. It's not going to. It's not going to make you a better person. Okay? Be your best friend. It's okay. No matter what you're going through, it's okay. Okay? So don't punish yourself. Don't punish yourself. Make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you have an adequate amount of water. Make sure you're putting salt in your water as well. You need those electrolytes. Okay, salt in the water helps. I don't really overdo the water because I'm also letting water out. You're gonna let water out. You may notice yourself urinating a lot heavier, right? Um, you may also notice that a few days in, you may stop uh defecating. Yeah, you may stop defecating. You may stop moving your bowels altogether. That's also normal. Okay. My body's adjusted to the point like after about 4 days, 3, 4 days of not eating, I won't defecate at all. I don't have anything in me to push out. And then what I do have in me, my body is holding on to. My body like, oh, we're gonna break this down and use all of this. We're not giving this up. So I want you to know that that's perfectly normal. Um, yeah, I've been experiencing that. I didn't realize that I miss going to the bathroom. I miss it. I'm like, wow, you know what? I actually I think I like going to the bathroom. Just the feeling of emptying myself, right? And then coming to the conclusion that I'm empty, so there's not much in me. Okay. So fasting has its surprises, right? You will see peaks of your energy, right? Especially as your body start using ketones, right? You will see peaks of your energy, peaks of your mental availability, and then you're going to see decreases. This is all normal. This is all normal, okay? Just remind yourself when you're going through any fasting pains, um, speak to your body. Speak to your body. Say, yes, heart. We're doing this for the benefit of our longevity. Yes, liver. Yes, small intestines and large intestines. Yes, yes, lungs. We're doing this for our benefit. We need to do this. You are loved. You are appreciated. Okay. Um, Nevertheless, I want to thank y'all for joining me on this adventure, on this fasting adventure. Okay. Shall you like to be a part of this adventure? Go click the playlists and you'll be able to see all of the days that I've shared fasting with you. Okay. And you'll get to see my mind and my body changing over time. I'm sure y'all noticing, right? Um, and until then, enrich yourself mentally, spiritually, physically. Actually, this is our slogan, right? Our slogan here is let's get rich. Nevertheless, see you soon. Thank you.